20-kilometer walk, Josef Brbilinec, the European champion from Czechoslovakia, who was 20th in the 1980 Olympics, came home in first place.
And Josef Brbilinec has just won the gold medal in the 20 kilometers walk. In second place, just 12 meters behind Ronald Weigl of East Germany. And now coming in third place is the 1980 Olympic champion, Maurizio da Milano of Italy. The 31-year-old, he won a gold in 1980, a bronze in 84, and now another bronze. And there's the agonized face. It's been an hour and 20 minutes of hard effort out there in the roads of Seoul. Prieto of Spain coming in fourth place. Mrazek of Czechoslovakia coming in fifth. And the world junior champion of a couple of years ago, Mikhail Shenikov, comes in sixth place. And 7 men were on the same lap together, so very close indeed in this event. And Ian McCombie of Britain is doing terrifically. He's already in the stadium. He's in 13th place and may well be on the best to smash his own British best at this event. A tremendous performance there by McCombie. But the race has been won by Brbilinec of Czechoslovakia, the 28-year-old soldier from Banska Bystrica, former European, well, current European champion, now the Olympic champion as well. And we're going to be looking out as the men in the 8th and 9th places come in this event to Ian McCombie, who's only got 150 metres to go, and the clock showing that he's going to smash his British best performance, I believe. The 27-year-old Cambridge Harrier, trainee solicitor. We're looking now at the Australian, Simon Baker, the Commonwealth medalist, who's just finishing now. A very fine performance by him. So the first man from the Commonwealth. But it's going to be Ian McCombie, the Commonwealth medalist also at 35k, who's doing a really terrific performance. A British best, 1 hour, 22 minutes, 4 seconds for Ian McCombie. He walked terrifically well in Rome last year, and now in the Olympic Games, he was 19th in 1984, and he's improved to 13th this time. 13th Ian McCombie, a magnificent walking performance, one of the finest by a British walker for some time. British walker, a little bit in the doldrums since the days when Ken Matthews won the gold medal back in 1964, but Ian McCombie has really done very creditably out here on the roads of Seoul, finishing here in the Olympic Stadium. But once again, it's the Czechs who've been triumphant. Josef Brbilinec of Czechoslovakia got the gold medal. Ronald Weigl of East Germany took the silver. And the bronze, his third medal at the event, went to the veteran Italian Maurizio da Milano.
Well, I suppose it's appropriate to call in John Walker at this point. John, thanks. You've got a few injuries. I think the Olympics have gone for you as a runner. What about this sport? Have you ever contemplated it?
No, just because my namesake says it. I think I'll stick to running, but it's a very difficult sport, and it's one of the few sports that there's always a lot of controversy over, because one can't tell with the naked eye, especially the pace that these guys go, whether they run or walk or whether they're off the ground. And really the only fairest way is to videotape the whole way and to make sure that these guys are not off the ground, because it's very difficult. We saw in the last World Championships.
And another very fine performance here. Here comes Chris Maddox. I think I've lost track of the number of walkers. He must be in the low 20s, but a very fine performance also by Chris Maddox. 1 hour, 23 minutes, 45 seconds from the veterinary assistant, 31-year-old from Plymouth. He competed in the Olympics in LA. He was 16th at 50 kilometers. He's also performed very creditably here in the walk. So McCombie and Maddox are two competitors in the walk. And McCombie is now down on trackside with Jim Rosenthal.
Ian, here we are. We're going live to Britain at the moment. I think a British record, an improvement on 6th or 7th place on your last Olympics.
Yeah, exactly right on both counts. Yeah, it's about 30 seconds up on my record, I think. Oh, it was hard walk. I thought I could stay with the leading group. And they kept bursting, but coming back, easing up. They're obviously building up to a huge finish. The last 5 kilometres was just too fast. I just couldn't stick with it. Couldn't hold it.
We obviously didn't see too much of you. Was there a particular stage in the race where they all went away from you and you knew you had to settle for something down the field a bit?
Not really. It was something gradual. Well done, Chris. It was gradually pulled away. At about 12k I was still with them. Then the guy started trying to break, I think, a Russian. And they all huddled in together and gradually wound the pace up. And I just couldn't get that extra edge on my pace. And they just opened up the gap just gradually. It wasn't a big thing, it just took its time. I couldn't manage it. I have to train harder next time.
We haven't spoke too often, and just on another topic, you're Britain's best since Paul Nighhill, I would think. How do you cope with all the jibes and things like that about your particular aspect of the sport?
Well, it's in much the same way as joggers used to get jibed in the 70s, walkers get jibed in the 80s. You never know, by the 90s it may be we're all superstars. I doubt it, but you know you've got a job to do, you know you're training for something like this. You're going to do the work no matter what anybody else says.
And you boys work just as hard, if not harder, than any of the track runners, don't you?
I wouldn't say work hard, I'd say work as hard, yes. As hard as anybody, I would have thought, yes.
Right. And what about now? Are you looking forward to another Olympics?
A rest first. We'll see. We'll take it season by season, I think.
Good effort by both of you here. Very well done indeed.
Thank you very much indeed, Jim. Thank you.
Good. Nice talking to you. And let's go back to a fellow who tends to stroll around a little bit, but not as quick as these boys, and that's Elton in the studio.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Tonight, and it'll probably be